if I say select star from course and I execute, you will see it. Oh, no, no. Let me just first use the database. Okay. Yeah. You see, now that I'm using the database, I don't have those underlines
Mhm.
anymore. So yeah. So um no, from student, excuse me. Yeah, now we have the whole table student. So here we were on question 14. Course with more, no, it was, yeah, question, no, question 8. Oh, let me see, it's somewhere here. No, let me do this new query and copy and paste this. Okay, yeah, this is it. Yeah, so the question, we were on question, let's say, let's start with question 8. I will run it and you will see the result. Hmm. We're going to do the use code. Okay, very good. So now question 8, select city, count star as number of student group by city. Now if I execute, okay, you see in the result table, we have city and number of student. And
Mhm.
for the city of Lyon, we have 2 students. The city of Marseille, we have 1 student. And the city of Paris, we have 2 students. So we group the student by city and
Mhm.
we count how many students we have per city.
Mhm.
So that was good. The question 9, group student by city and compute the average grade per city. So if we execute this, select city, average grade as average grade from student group by city, we have this. We have city, Lyon,
Mhm.
with the average grade of the whole city is 14.75.
Mhm.
Marseille, we have a null value. And Paris, we have 15.25. Why do we have a null value for Marseille? To to understand that, let's just select star from student. We will look. We see that here in the wall table itself, we
Mhm.
have five records, 5 rows.
Mhm.
When we take the column city, we only have one Marseille, one student that is from Marseille. And the grade for this student is null. So when we will want to compute the average, since for Marseille we only have one record, which is null for the grade, the average grade will be automatically null. That's why when we computed this here, we have null for Marseille. Do you understand?
Yeah. Mhm.
Very good. Yeah, so now the question number 10, show the number of student per age. So here you select the column age, you count everything as number of student from student and you group by age. So we will have here a column age a column number of students. And for each age of the column age, we will
Mhm.
have the as a corresponding number of students that have the age for each row. So let's say, for
Mhm.
example, we have a student that is 16, or we have students that are 16, excuse me. So we in the column age, we will have here, instead of city, we will have age, we will have 16. And here
Mhm.
we will have maybe two or three. It means 3% has six, 3% are 16 years old. So let's compute it. Yeah, you see here, we have age 18, we have one student, 19, we have one student, 20, we have one student, and so on. So this is a very good way of writing those queries. So now we go to the part four, which is concerning the having clause. So the question 11, show only cities that have more than one student.
Mhm.
So here, the way you manage it, you selected city,
Mhm.
the count star as student count.
Mhm.
From student, you group by city, and
Mhm.
you add the having clause, having count star greater than one.
Mhm.
If we compute it, very good. So here we have city, we have student count. So for Lyon, we have two students, and for Paris, we have two students, which is
Mhm.
very good. This is what we wanted. So if I just compute, for example, select, if I'm not including the having, and we compute it, we see that here we have three cities, Lyon, Marseille, and Paris.
Mhm.
And Lyon has two students, Marseille has one student, and Paris has two students.
Mhm.
But here, when we include the having count star greater than one, it will automatically eliminate Marseille because Marseille has only one student.
Mhm.
But here, with the having, we want to filter and start the filtering by two students at least, or more than one. So here we can see that here we have Lyon and Paris. So that was a good job. Question 12. The question 12 is display only cities where the average grade is above 15. So select city from student, group by city, having average grade above 15, greater than 15. So here the final result is Paris. But let's try to look deeper on what happened. So here, if we just execute select city from student, we have,
All the cities.
yeah, we have all the cities.
Mhm.
Now, when we group by city, we
Mhm.
will have only three cities,
Mhm.
Lyon, Marseille, and Paris, because we group them. Every time we see Lyon,
Mhm.
it will be considered like it will be considered as one one let's say one sales or one record because we group by city. So here normally we have Lyon twice,
Mhm.
Paris twice, and Marseille once. But
Mhm.
when we group by,
City.
we're grouping them. So we have Lyon only once, Marseille only once, and Paris only once. We are grouping every time we find Lyon in the table, we group it in just one cell.
Mhm.
Now, when we add this clause, the having clause, we will see that it will filter more and we will only have Paris.
Mhm.
Why do we only have Paris? Because if you remember, when we you calculated the average grade per city. This one. Let me put it here. Yes. If I execute this, for example, we see that when we group the city by average grade, we see that only Paris has an average grade greater than 15, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was here. Excuse me. Yeah, greater than 15. So here, if I execute both of them, you will see that it's only Paris that will be selected because
Right.
only Paris, um, only Paris, like, how can I say that? Fits the criteria.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Very good. So this is a good one as well. And question number 13, list cities where the number of students with a known grade, not null, is two or more. So here, how did you manage it? You selected the city, yeah, because that's what we want. This is list cities from student where grade is not null. So if we first, let's execute it block by block. If
Mm-hmm.
we first select city from student, we have all the cities.
Mm-hmm.
Now we add the where clause. You will notice that Marseille is not here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we group by city. What will happen? We will only have Paris and Lyon. Not we will only have Paris and Lyon twice once, not
Mm-hmm.
twice like here. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
now how having count grade greater or equal to 2, I think we will have the same answer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why we have this answer? Let me execute this so that you can compare. Okay, this is the whole table, and this is the uh, table we have when we type the query for question 13. So here, do you know why we still have Lyon and Paris? Can you tell me?
Because you use the group by clause.
Because,
Because you use the group by clause, and
yeah,
then you added that
yeah,
having a count greater or equal to two.
exactly. Because we use the group by clause and the having count grade greater or equal to 2. So that's it. Because here, when you look at the whole table, you have Paris twice, and you have the grade, you have 2 grade for Paris, right? And same, you have 2 grade for Lyon as well. So that's why we have this answer. So that was a good job, Mr. Joseph, you did. And yeah, here the only it's not even really an issue, but the only amelioration you could do is, or the only upgrade you could do is, don't forget when you use aggregate function to add an alias for the new column, the aggregated column you will create. Because here, if you do select average grade from student only and you execute, you see you have no column name
Mm-hmm.
in the result. So sometimes when you have a lot of work, or you if you don't name the column well, you might even forget what you were really doing. But if you use this, it's more clear. You know that here the number you get in the tab in the table is the average grade.
Mhm. Right.
So that's it. So what I will do is I will share in the chat, in the Zoom chat, the file. Wait. I will share in the Zoom chat the file so that everyone can have access to it. But that's it. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Um, this is it. Yeah, I sent it in the chat. So everyone, you can download it and try to practice or try to execute to understand the thought process behind those queries. Did you see it in the chat?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, very good. So let's do a simple recap of what we did last week. Last week we talked about the sorting, how to sort data. We talked about the aggregation function and the having clause. So we said that to sort data, we use the group oh, let me share it so that it will be, yeah, here. Yeah, share. Okay, this is it. Yeah, so last week we talked about the sorting, aggregate, and grouping. So we said that to sort data, we use the order by, and by default, the order by sorts in an ascending way, but we can specify to SQL that we want it in a descending way. And same afterward, we talked about the um, aggregate functions, and we saw that the most common aggregate function we use are count, sum, average, mean, and max. The count count the total number of rows. The sum compute the total sum of values, and average give the average value. Mean and max give the smallest or the largest value of the table. And as example, we saw select count from student. Here we didn't do the alias, but in the second one we did it. Select average grade as average grade from student. And also we saw the group by, and we say that the group by group rows with the same value into summary rows. So here, for example, we have select city, count star from student group by city. So we will group the row city, and we will do the count of uh, the element of the table based on the city city column. And also we saw the having clause. So the having clause is used to filter aggregated results after grouping. And we saw this example, select city count star as number or as num from student, group by city, having count star greater than one. So here, what I want to say also as a remark is having is used on aggregated data. If you don't use an aggregate, let's say aggregate function in the query, you cannot use the having. Having is mainly used with aggregated data. So that was what we saw last time. I just did a little recap of what we saw last time. And today we will talk about the joins in SQL. And the joins are very important in SQL. Let me share the screen. But before we start, do you have any question about what we saw last week? Any question or remarks or something you didn't understand? There's no question?
Yeah, I don't have any. I think just
Okay.
I think I just need to keep on practicing because like you said, you have to keep on practicing and practice and practice.
Yes, we will actually what we will do is this week we will see the joints and we will do some exercise on it as well. And next week it will be a session only it will be an only exercise session. So we will do exercise about everything we saw from the beginning to joints before we start the new topics. So next week it will be fully about exercising. So if there is no more question, we can start the session 4. And today we will talk about the joins. So the joins are very essential for combining data across related tables in a relational database. And mastering the joins is crucial for effective data analysis. So here you will see why at the beginning when we used to create tables, we I told you about primary keys and foreign keys. So here you will see the real use of it because the primary keys and foreign keys are very key to allow us to combine table, to join tables. So the learning objective of this session will be to understand the purpose of joins in SQL, to learn how to combine data from multiple tables, to use inner join, left join, right join, and full outer join, to practice join queries using the school database. So first, let's talk about the join. Why do we use the joins in SQL? In SQL, we have relational database that are designed with interconnected table to minimize data redundancy and maintain integrity. So the join enables the retrieval of a complete dataset by bringing together related information scattered across this table. What do you mean? You see to the right, we have some tables, some SQL table. We have, for example, the student table, the grade table, the course table, and the enrollment table. And we can see that there are some links between those tables. So those links between the table are what we call the relation between table. That's why we have a relational database. So there are some part of information we may want or we may look for that will um, that will require us to ask two tables at the same time because let's say for example we have the student table and we have the courses table. We want to know which student is enrolled course in which course. So here we can see that between the student table and the course table we have the enrollment table, and if you look at the column of the enrollment table we have enrollment ID, student ID, and course ID. But here you can see that student ID, for example, is also in the student table and it's the primary key of student table. And course ID is in course table and it's the primary key of the table course. So those primary keys in those table, when we put them in the table enrollment, it becomes what we call a foreign key. So a foreign key is um, a primary key of a table that we find in another table. And this primary key, foreign key situation are crucial to create links between tables. So here, that's why we say keys facilitate these connections. Primary key uniquely identify records within a table, while foreign key links to a primary key in another table. So here, student ID is the primary key of the table student, but in the table enrollment, student ID is the foreign key. It creates the link between student and enrollment. And based on this link, we can find out which student is enrolled in which class. It might be a little abstract right now, but when we will do the exercises, you will understand it better. So, for example, to see which students are enrolled in which courses, you will join the student and course table via an intermediate enrollment table. So that's what we have here. We have student and courses, and enrollment is the intermediate table between student and courses. So here I try to explain the reason why we use the joins in SQL. It's to allow us to retrieve data from different tables that are linked together. So we have different type of join. We have four main type of join. The first one is the inner join. So the concept of the inner join is that the inner join returns only the rows that have matching values in both tables. If a row in one table does not have a corresponding match in the other, it is excluded from the result sets. And here you can see in this on the picture with the two circles how the inner join works. So we have two tables, table 1 and table 2. And the inner join is the intersection of the table, of those table. So here, for example, if we will only take the data that match between those two tables. And the syntax for the inner join is select for the column from a table A, inner join table B on table A dot key equals table B dot key. This is the syntax, and now the an example with the student and course table is select S dot first name, C dot course name from enrollment, enrollment E, join student S on E student ID equals S student ID. Join courses C on E course ID equals C course ID. It might be a little complex right now, But let's try to figure it out. Let me just do this. Okay. So that let me arrange this for you to see. Do it this way so that you will see better. Okay. 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 So here we want to select the first name and the course name. But as you can see, first name is in the table student and course name is in the table courses. So the data we want to select are into two different tables, but we want to get them from those two different tables and put them in a unique result table. So that's what we say we do by doing select first name and course name. You will notice that we have an S dot first name and C dot course name. The S and the C is what we call it also aliases, but it's an alias for the tables. What do I mean by that? Before we saw that you can alias when you use an aggregate function, the column that will be created, you can give it a name by using the alias as. So this is the alias in the select part of the query, and is the alias of a single column. But also you can alias the whole table. So you see the table student here and the table course, the table enrollment, the table grade. You can alias them. And how do you alias table? It's just by saying when you are in the from part of the query, you have from enrollment E. The E that you add is what we call the alias of the table. And usually the aliases for table, how do we alias table? We just add um, small letter after the table name. And usually we take the first letter of the table itself. So here enrollment has the alias E and join student is the second table, has the alias S, small s. So here, what we did is we did a join. So we joined the table enrollment and the table students. We joined those table on e dot student ID. You see here the student ID of student, excuse me, the student ID of the enrollment table. This is e dot student ID equals s dot student ID. Equals s dot student ID. So here is the student ID of the table student. So that's why we use s dot student ID. And also we have a second join. First we had this join, and afterward we have a second join, and we join also courses, the table courses here. This table join courses on course e dot course ID. So we will join also enrollment with course on the course ID column. E.course ID equals C.course ID. So here what we did is we join those tables. We first join the table enrollment with the table student. So we first join those two tables, and afterwards we join the table enrollment with the table courses. So we join those two tables because the data we want are from this table and this table. But we have this intermediate table between them that makes the link between them. So we create the link by joining the two extreme table, I mean the table student and the table course ID with the table enrollment that they have in common. And we make that join on some columns. So when we want to join the table student and the table enrollment, we join those table on the column student ID because we have student ID in students and we have student ID in enrollment. So we join those two table on those columns. And when we want to join enrollment and course, we join them by course ID because we have course ID in enrollment and we have course ID into the table course.
Okay.
So that's an example of how we do the inner join.
Mm.
So, and we can see that this query will list only students who are actively enrolled in a course and the name of those course. So we want the name of the student and the name of the course.
Mm.
Those information are into two different tables that we have to link, but we link them by an intermediate table that they have in common.
Okay.
Okay. So right now it's just a theory. When we'll do the practice, you will see the result and you will understand it better how it works. So this is all about the inner join. Next, we will see the left join. So what is the concept of the left join? The left join returns all rows from the left table, the first table specified in the from clause, and the matching rows from the right table. If there is no match in the right table, null values are returned for the columns in the right table. Here, in this picture, you can see how it works. So we have the two tables, table one and table two. They cross somewhere in the middle here. But you can see that only table one is fully in green. Table two
Mm.
has a part in green, but has a part in white.
Mhm.
So here, this is to visualize what we say by saying we take all the rows from the table one, which is the left table. You see it's on the left. We take
Mhm.
all the rows from this table and the matching rows with the table two. There might be some rows that don't match. There might be some rows from the table that don't match the table one.
Mhm.
So those that don't match, we don't take them. It becomes null.
Okay.
So this is how you should visualize the left join. And
Mm.
here, the syntax for the left join is select column, select the column list or select the column you want. Oh, sorry. You select the column you want. Let me do this in your all and yeah. So you select the column you want from a table A, left join table B on table A dot key equal table B dot key. Yeah, so here you select the column you want from the table A, left join table B on table A dot key equal table B dot key. Here, remember that when we talk about key, we talk about some columns. You see here, if we take, for example, the student table, the key here is student ID. If we take the table enrollment, the primary key or the key here is enrollment ID. Same for courses, which is course ID, and grade is grade ID.
Mhm.
So here, let's say we want to uh, join, let's say table A here is student and table B is enrollment. So here we have select column list from student S. Don't forget to put the alias when you use the joins, the table alias when you use the join. So it will be from student S, left join um, enrollment E on student ID or on S dot student ID equal E dot student ID. Here, let's see, it's the example we have here. Let me do this so that you will see better. Let me from students S. Okay, let's show an enrollment. Let's show enrollment on student ID equal. Okay, yeah. Let me do it this way. Yeah, so that it will be. Well, this way is better. Yeah, like this. Okay, so let's say we want the first name, and the course ID. We want the first name from the table student and the course ID. We have course ID both in enrollment and in courses. But here we are doing the query on enrollment. So we want the first name from this table and the course ID from this table. Okay? So what we do is we do a left join. So we have select S dot first name. S here is the alias of the table student. Okay?
Mhm.
Select S dot first name, comma, E dot course ID. E is the alias of the table enrollment.
Mhm.
From student with its alias S, left join enrollment E on. Now we do the on. On is to specify the column you want to do the join on. And
Mhm.
here we want to do the join on s.student ID. S.student ID is here, the primary key of this table
Mhm.
equals e.student ID. E.student ID is here. We have student ID in this table, right?
Mhm.
So e.student ID. So the student ID of enrollment, which is the foreign key of the table enrollment.
Mhm.
Remember that a foreign key of a table is a primary key of another table.
Mhm.
So here, student ID is the primary key in the table student,
Mm-hmm.
But student ID is the foreign key of the table enrollment.
Okay.
Okay? Here, course ID is the primary key of the table course,
Mm-hmm.
but course ID is the foreign key of
Okay.
table enrollment.
Okay.
We can see the same here. Student ID is the primary key of the table student,
Mm-hmm.
and student ID is the foreign key of the table grades because we have student ID in grade as well.
Mm.
You see? And
That's
same here for course. Course ID is the primary key of table course, but the foreign key of table grades.
Mm.
Here we can see that we have grade ID, which is the primary key of the table grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have any grade ID in the other table. So we don't have any foreign keys grade ID in other tables. You see?
That's right.
So here, if we come back to the example, the query example, we 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 join the table student and the table enrollment. On the student ID, they both have in common. For the table student, student ID is the primary key, and for the table enrollment, student ID is the foreign key. They both have this column in common. So we join them on the column.
Mm.
This is one of the main importance of the primary key and foreign key things. You do remember when we were doing the data definition language when we used to create um, database and tables. I told you about primary keys and foreign keys and told you that we will see more of their use in the future. And this is the 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 moment where we see how we use them, how we actually use them. So the result of this query will be this query will list every student, and for those enrolled, their course ID. Student without enrollment will show null for course ID. When we will have the hands-on exercises on it, we will execute this query, you will see the result. For now, just it's just for you to see the theory. And I understand it might be abstract, but take it as it is right now. When we will um, have our hands on it, you will understand it better.
Okay.
So this was all about the left join. Next, we have the right join. And the right join is the same logic as the left join, but it's the opposite.
Okay.
In the left join, we take all the elements from the table to the left and the matching element from the table to the right. As we saw here, this is the table to the left and the
Mm.
matching element from the table to the right.
Mm-hmm.
In the right join, it's the opposite. We take all the elements from the table to the right
Mm-hmm.
and the matching element from the table to the left.
Okay.
So this is the concept. It returns all rows from the right table, which is the second table specified in the join clause, and the matching rows from the left table. If there is no match in the
Mm-hmm.
left table, null values are returned for column to the left from the left table.
Mm.
And also here it's good to know as well that uh, how SQL define which query is or which table is the left or right table. It's depend on which one you put on which side of the word right join or left join or inner join
Mm.
or You see? So here we have table A, which is at the left part of the word right join. So it will be considered as the left table. Okay? And table B is on the right side of the word right join. So it will be considered the right table. Okay? And when you do a join, you always have to add the on clause and then add the column on which you want to do the join. It's the syntax. It's just like this. It's just the way it is. You just have to know it and to use it. Is how the people who created SQL, it's how they defined it. When you do a join, you always have to specify the column you want to do the join on. So here, if we look at this example, this practical example, let me just adjust it for a better readability. Um, Let me adjust it for better readability for you. Okay. Here we want the course name and the student ID.
Mhm.
And if we look back at the table, course name is in the table courses,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And student ID, you have student ID in the table student enrollment here, and you have student ID in the table student here. Okay, so here we say select C dot course name E dot student ID from enrollment E. So we want the student ID from the table enrollment and the course name from the table courses. So from enrollment E, right join courses C. So here, the left table is the table enrollment and the right table is the table courses, right? Because enrollment is at the left of right join
Mhm.
and courses is at the right of right join. So the left table is enrollment and the right table is courses, and we want to do a right join. So basically we will take all the rows from the table courses and the matching rows from the table enrollment. And if we look back at those tables, they have one column in common. It is the column course ID, which is the primary key of the table course, and the foreign key of the table enrollment. So we will match them on this column.
Okay.
So you should see the join as a fusion or a merging of tables.
Okay.
So when you match two tables, you have to match them on something they have in common. So you will match them on the column they have in common, and here it's course ID. So you will match them, and you will have, let's say you will have one final big table that will contain both the column and enrollment ID, student ID, course name, and teacher. Okay? Because you match or you merge the table on the same column, course ID they have in common. And now you will do the research on this big table. So here, when you do the from enrollment E, right join courses C on E course ID equals C course ID. E course ID is enrollment course ID equal courses course ID. So those aliases are important because it allows SQL to know which column from which table it should take. Because if
Mm,
you just put course ID, SQL will, because there is course ID in two tables, for example,
mhm,
SQL will not know which one you want. If there was a third table that had course ID, SQL will not know which one of the three you want. That's why we add the aliases e.courseID. It's to tell SQL, okay, this course ID is from the table enrollment that has the same alias. And this course ID is from the table courses that has the same alias as well. Okay?
mhm.
So what will do this query? This query will list every courses, and for those with enrollment, the student ID. Courses with no student will show null for student ID. So this is it with the right join. It's the same logic as the left join, but the opposite.
Okay.
And always remember that the the table name you put before the name right join or left join or join in general is the left table, and the table name you put after the words join in your query. You see, after the word join, the table name you put
Mhm,
after is the right table, and the table name you put before is the left table.
mhm.
And now we have the full outer join. This is the last kind of join we have. The full outer join, what is the concept of it? It returns all rows when there is a match in either the left or the right table. It combines the result of both left and right joins. If a row in one table has no matching rows in the other, the unmatched column are filled with nulls. So basically, the full outer join, it takes everything from the two tables. You can see in this picture that the every table are in green. So there is no data that is left. We take everything.
Okay.
Before we took, let's say in this case, for example, for the right join, we took everything from the table two or the right table and only the matching data in the table one. If there was data that didn't match in the table one, we don't take it. But with the full outer join, we take everything.
Mm,
So here, the syntax of it is this one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, like this. Okay. Okay. So the syntax is select the column list, the list of column you want from table A, full outer join table B on table A dot key equals table B dot key. You see, it's almost the same syntax. It's just the name of the join you want to do that changes.
mm.
And here, the table A, which table is it? Is it the right table or the left table? That's a question for you guys. The
All
table,
right. Right
is it
table.
It is the right table.
Hmm.
So it means that the table B should be the left table.
That's correct.
Yeah, but no, this is not it. The um the left table is table A.
Or the
Let
left table is table A.
Yeah,
Then
and the right table is table
table
B because table B comes after the word join. So it's the right. And table A comes before the word join. So it's the left. If we come back here, we can see where it is to serve. You see, returns, for example, the right join returns all rows from the right table. In parentheses, the second table specified after the join clause. So the right table is always specified after the word join,
uh, the right table
and the
after.
left table is always specified before the word join. Okay, so if we come back to the inner join here, for example, if we come back here, this is table B. Is it the right table or the left table?
The second table says I want to join clause.
The right table comes after the word join.
So that's a right then. Okay,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's the right
right, yeah.
table because
It's
it comes
after
after
the table.
the word join. And
Okay,
table A is the left table because it comes
before
before
it.
before it.
Okay,
So
okay.
here,
Join.
table A is the left table because it comes before the word food after join. Actually, before the word join, and table B is the right table because it comes after it.
Okay, okay.
So this is the syntax. Select the column list you want from table A, full outer join, table B, on. Never forget the on because when you actually, if we want to understand the query, select is where you specify the column name you want. From is where you specify the tables you want to look or the table that contains the data you want. And on specifies where on which column you want to join the tables, the different tables. And usually it is a table or it is a column that is a primary key in one of those two tables and a foreign key in the other. Okay, as we saw here. If we want to join student and enrollment, we join them on student ID because student ID is a primary key here and a foreign key here. If we want to join enrollment and courses, we join them on course ID because course ID is a primary key in courses and a foreign key in enrollment.
Okay.
So here we have this example of syntax where we want to, let me do this. Yes. Very good. Okay. So here we have this syntax where we have um like this, where we have select first name and course name. So we want to select first name from the table student, right? And course name from the table courses.
Mhm.
So in the from, on which table will we do the join?
This was the question again.
I say we want to select first name here and
Mhm.
course name here. So in the from clause, in the from part of the query, in the from, which table will we put in the from?
So we put the student.
Yes.
So first name, and so we want to select the course name, right? The only the
Yeah,
first name, the
we
first
want to
name.
select the first name and the course name.
So we select first name. So if we are aliasing the student as S, so it will be
Yes.
S dot first name, comma, then let's say C dot first name from
Mhm.
student table. Then you join with
Yes.
enrollment. So if you are putting enrollment as E, so join enrollment as E, then S dot student ID equals E dot student ID. Then again,
Uh-huh.
you join with the course table. So you join with the course table. Um, then the keys will be E dot course ID equals C dot course ID.
ID. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. That's it. So we join in the from, we have the table student with the alias S.
Mhm.
We do a full outer join on the enrollment E, on the S, the student ID, as you said here, S, the student ID equals E, the student ID. And then we do another join where now we join enrollment and course. So we will join them on course ID. So
Mhm.
we will do another full outer join. You see, we have two full outer join in this query. Full outer join courses C
Mhm.
on course on E dot course ID. This course ID, this one equals C dot course ID. This one.
Mhm.
That's what we have here. So this is the full outer join to get the first name and the course name associated. So let's say, for example, we have a student that is named Jacob, and he takes the class that the history class, for example. So you in the result table, you will have name, course name. So you will have Jacob history. There is another student, Mary, that takes the mathematics class. So you will have Mary mathematics. And this complex query will show all students, even that those not enrolled in any class, all courses, even those without students and their corresponding matches, using nulls where no match exists across the entire data set. So as I said, we have Jacob that takes the history class. We have Mary that takes the mathematics class. Let's say we have John. He takes no classes. So the class name will be null for
John.
John, for example.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is it about the full outer join. For now, what you have to to get in mind is the syntax of the joins. Every time we use a join, whatever the join, whether it is the full outer join, the right
Mm.
join, the inner join, or the left join, you always join two tables on a column that they have in common.
Mm. Join them
Okay?
on in common.
You join on something.
Okay. Join them.
Exactly. So the syntax is select a column from a table that I join to another table on the column they have in common. Okay.
Okay.
Select a column from a table,
Mhm.
jo join on, or select a column from a table that I join to another table on the column they have in common.
Mm.
Okay? So a summary of the different type of joins. We have the inner join. The inner join retrieves only rows where a match exists in both tables,
Mm.
providing a precise intersection of data. The left join includes all rows from the left table along with any matching rows from the right table. Unmatched right side columns are null. Right join includes all rows from the right table along with any matching rows from the left table. Unmatched left sides column are null. Full auto join returns all rows when there is a match, either when there is a match in either table, combining all data and filling non-matches with nulls. So this is the summary about the joins. And also always remember that the right table, the right table is the table after the join,
A table is the
after the
table.
word join. And the left table is the table before the word join.
The
Okay?
word.
Uh, uh, um, let's say a trick to have it is the right table is the table on your left, on your right hand, and the left table is the table on your left hand. You see, because when you take the word join, when you put your right hand next to it and
Mm-hmm.
your left hand on the other side, the right hand is the right table and the left hand is the left table.
Okay.
So now let's go into SQL to try to work on it. Let's go into SQL to try to work on it. Let me show my SQL. Okay. So first, wait, my SQL just closed. I'm trying to relaunch it. Okay, it's okay now. Let me share. Mm, share. Share. Okay, very good. Okay, so what we will do is, um, do you do you guys have your SQL open on your computer?
Mine is still opening.
Okay, so I will share a file with you. I will share it in the Zoom chat.
Okay.
I shared it.
Is that the school IDB join?
Yeah, school DB join.
Okay. Yes, school DB join.
So download it, and then in your SQL, you go to you drag and drop it in your SQL.
Okay.
When you do it, let me know.
All right.
Or you know what? Can you share your screen? We will do it together. Can you share your screen, please, Mr. Joseph?
Oh, okay. Share and there we go. Can you see it now?
Yeah. Now drag and drop the school DB into your SQL.
All right. Where is it? I put it here.
I think it's here.
Oh, you saw it? It's not here. I think
It
that.
is under the book one at the top, second row.
All right. Yeah.
Drag and drop it into the blue area of
Oh, the
into the
blue.
blue.
All right.
Text. Yeah,
That's
this
the
is
one.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
this is it. Can you put the SQL in full screen mode?
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. So before we execute anything, this is a file. Go to the database to the left. Databases. Click on the plus near the databases.
Okay.
We created a database school. Click on the plus near school.
This one.
Yes. click on the plus near tables. Oh, you have a table school. Can you click on the plus near table school to see? Click on columns.
Maybe the one that I did when I was training.
Okay. You have we will delete this table
Okay.
school because normally it should be the table student that have click on the table student.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah,
Then call.
click on okay, yeah, you have two table with the same columns. So what we will do, no, we will delete it using the queries.
Okay.
Okay. So first what we will do is in the query you have here, click on execute use school. No,
Uh,
yeah,
this
use
one.
school. Yes,
Okay. Uh-huh.
execute it.
Okay.
We are telling SQL that we want to use the database school. Okay.
Okay.
Now type drop. No, no,
Uh-huh.
no. Uh, 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 press Control Z, Control plus Z.
Control plus Z.
Control, not D, Z.
Okay. Control
Press
Z.
your press your finger on Control and press the button Z.
Control and Z. Like that.
Yeah,
Oops.
yeah, very good. That's it. Now press the left direction button. Okay, now press Enter.
Enter.
Yeah, go. I want you to go to a new line.
Oh, new line. Okay.
Okay, now type drop
Drop
table school.
table school. Okay.
Uh, no, no, type drop dbo dot school.
Oh, drop DBO.
No, drop table dbo dot school, excuse me.
Oh, okay. DBO. School, right? Or just DBO?
Dot dbo in small character
Oh, okay. That's right. Sensitive.
dot
Dot.
school. Yeah, the school you have here. Click on the second school you have.
Okay.
Click on it. Okay, now execute it. This line only.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Now, can you refresh near? Click on databases, school, tables. Okay, now we
Mm,
only have students.
okay.
That's what
Yeah.
we want. Now, what we will do is, you see, in this database school, we only have one table. But in order to do the joint, we need to have many tables. So we will create the tables enrollment, um, courses, and grades. Okay. So in this file that you just drag and drop, go down. You see, we have the table, we have the query to create the table. So you execute from create table until go down
Okay.
until the go or the last
Right
insert it.
here.
Yeah, until yes,
Okay.
execute. Okay. Now refresh.
Tables.
Okay,
Now,
now we have the table courses.
uh-huh.
Now we will create the table enrollment. So you do the same.
Okay. So right here. Oh,
No, from create table to the next goal you see.
oh, the next go. Okay, right here. Execute and refresh.
Okay, refresh and you have it as well.
Okay. School tables. And there it is.
Okay, and now we will create the table grades. So same.
Okay. Execute refresh. School tables. Then it is.
Okay,
Okay.
very good. So now we have all the tables with the data in it in
Uh-huh.
order to do the to work on joins. Okay?
Mhm.
So what we will do is um yeah, go to a new line at the bottom, press enter again to leave some space. Okay. Now type in comment um joins practice.
Joins, practice.
Okay, very good. So do you all have the slides? Because I put it in the
The classroom.
classroom.
This one is SQL. This one here.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the slide, there is an exercise.
Oh, okay. Oh, this one here.
Yes.
I use good
So
database. Okay.
so the first question is list the first name of student and the name of the courses they are enrolled in. And you have a hint, use an inner join between student enrollment and courses. So let's do it all together.
Okay.
You can copy list until yeah. Yeah. You
Oh,
can
the whole
copy
list.
it.
Then I'll just highlight. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can do this.
Okay. Then I'll just put it here.
And then you have to comment it.
Control. It's control and control S. Is that control S?
No, no, no.
For commenting.
No, normally it's control plus slash, but it's in VS Code. In SQL, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, okay.
Just
Okay.
just type the minus minus
Oh, like that.
for
Okay.
each line. Yeah.
Minus, minus. All of them, right?
Yes. No, no.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question,
Mhm.
from what we saw in the class, and here you have a hint. They told you to use inner join between student enrollment and courses. You
Okay.
want to list the first name of student and the name of the courses.
list the first name of the student, the name of the course is. So select
Yes.
uh first name of the student.
First
Student.
name of the student. So it is not star because star it gives you everything.
Okay. Oh, this one you don't put star, you just put the okay.
Because they ask you specifically the
Mm-hmm.
first name of the student and the course name. So where in which table do we have first name?
In students.
Yeah, you can click on plus student to see the name of the tables.
Oh, this one. This one here. Okay.
Yes. Click on columns. Yeah, you see, you have the name of the column, all columns on in the table
Uh-huh.
student. So the
Right.
question asks you to list first name. First, what we will do even before doing this query is we will analyze
Mhm.
the question itself. The
Okay.
question says, list the first name of student and the name of the courses they are enrolled in. So
Hmm.
here, when we analyze it,
Hmm.
which column do they ask you to look for? Which column do they ask you to look for?
The first name, where there is the first name, right? The first name column.
First name column. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
What else?
And they also want you to the course or the name of the courses.
The name of the courses. So now
Uh-huh.
when you look into your tables,
Hmm.
which table has the column first name and course name? You can look into the table to see that, into all tables.
Last name, first name in the DBO students, and the course name is under the courses, DBO courses, right here. Courses ID, course name. So the course ID, they say, oh, the course name is then first
So
name.
I would repeat my question. When you analyze the question,
Hmm.
they they tell you to list some
Hmm.
column names.
Okay.
They tell you to list first name and the
Uh-huh.
name of the courses. So according to what you have in your tables, in which table do you have a column name first name?
The students, right? This in the
Yes,
student. Yeah,
in
the
the
student.
student table.
Hmm.
And in which table do you have a column name course name?
In the courses column.
Very good. So it means that you will select the first name,
Uh-huh.
right?
That's right.
And course name
Okay. Also, I have to
from
put
which table?
first name.
Yeah, but you have to respect the case.
That's right. First name.
Look at how first name is written in your.
My syntax. Okay. Capital letter. First name. Uh-huh. And course name, which is C. The course name.
No, yeah, I wanted to give you that trick as well. You see, when you want to type a query,
Mm-hmm.
when you analyze the query,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what to look for and which table to look those information into, it's
Mm-hmm.
better to when when you can type select, but you don't put the column name first. You go to the line, you tap from, and you put the tables before coming back and look for the column's name. So here you type
Uh-huh.
select, go back to the line.
Okay. Right here.
Mm, no, even after first name, there is no
Oh, okay.
problem.
Okay.
Go back to the line, go to a new line
Oh, at the bottom. Okay. I see. Okay.
from
Oh. Uh-huh.
now. Uh, you want the table, which table?
You want the courses. That's where the course name is at.
And the first name, where is it?
And the first name it's courses. It's C dot courses.
Yeah, but first name, where is it? You say
Oh,
course
first name
name.
is on students. Yeah, it's on students.
Yes. So you will have
Student.
to student,
Okay, student. That's right. Uh-huh.
student with
Oh, with
S.
an S. Okay.
You see, when you type the name, SQL provides you with the name itself. It's the second one.
Second
So
one.
you
Okay.
can just click on it. Okay, student, and now you have to alias it.
Mm.
So how do we alias table? By using the small letter of the
All
first
letters.
letter of the table.
Okay.
Student space
Mm-hmm.
S,
Oh, it's on this one.
yeah, comma, course name. We want course.
Okay.
Yeah, look at SQL. It proposes you
Oh,
the table name.
oh, at the bottom, yeah.
Now, what is the alias?
Course name. The alias is S. For the course name is C.
Yeah, so put it. Okay. Now you can come back
Uh-huh.
in the select,
Okay.
and here before first name, you can use the alias of the column of the table student. So it will be S dot, no, S dot first name. You already wrote first name. Okay, comma.
Comma.
Now we want what is the question asking us to retrieve? The
Say, sorry, go
first
ahead.
name of student and
First name and name of course is
okay,
there.
so
Mhm.
it will be, yeah, go on. What will it be? We already found it.
Which is C courses. Courses
Huh?
student ID. C courses.
Yeah, it's C, but it's not courses. You said it before. When you analyze the question, you say that we want the first name and the name of the courses. In the table, you have what is the most relevant column that you can get this data from.
Students and courses. Those are the two relevance, right?
Yeah, those are the two relevant tables.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now you want which column you want. You know that from students you want first name. Now from courses, what do you want?
From courses, I want course name and
Yes.
ID. So
So
course name,
yeah, so it,
C course name.
yeah, that's it.
Uh-huh.
C dot, you
Course.
see it propose you.
Oh, so you have to pay attention. Okay, C course name.
Very good. So now you already have the column you want. And
Mm.
now they told you in the hint, use an inner join between student enrollment and courses. Okay?
Mhm,
That's
mhm,
what we will do. So in the from, the joins are always done in the from, right?
mm, mhm, mhm,
So now we will do an inner join between student enrollment and courses. And we saw that to do the inner join, we have the tables that are linked together by keys. And
mhm,
between student and courses, if you remember in the class, we have an intermediate table, which is enrollment,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
So here, when we will do the inner join,
mhm,
it will be from
mhm.
enrollment E. No, 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 no. You already typed the from.
Or
Go back into
just
it.
click on enrollment.
Yes. Now from enrollment,
Enrollment. Oh,
look at how it is written. Enrollments.
enrollments with
Look,
S.
yeah, with S, and then you
Uh-huh.
have to add the alias of enrollment.
E join.
Yeah, E space.
Oh, space. I thought it's one.
They say to use inner join.
Oh, inner join. Yeah. Inner.
There is a space between inner and join. Okay, so inner join student S.
Uh-huh.
When
Student
we
A.
do inner join, we do it on something. So now
I,
after inner join S,
mhm,
you
S.
can you can you can continue after the S.
Okay.
After the S,
Oh, after the S, right here. Okay.
on,
Or capital letter on. Mm-hmm.
yes. And now, which column will we join enrollment and student ID?
Enrollment and student ID.
What column do they have in common?
Oh,
In enrollment, you have those columns: enrollment ID, student ID, and course ID. In student, you have student ID, first name, last name, age, city, and grade.
student ID.
Yeah, they have student ID in common. So it will be on
Uh-huh.
the student ID of enrollment. So it will be E
On. Uh-huh.
dot, the same thing we did in the select. E dot,
Uh-huh. Course ID.
no, not course ID, which,
Student ID. My bad. My
yes,
student ID.
equals. Now we want the column from student.
Student ID.
Yeah, you have it. I don't know what you're adopting. Just say it. Just say it. I say that we join tables on column they have in common.
Uh-huh.
And we just saw that student and enrollment have student ID in common.
That's right.
And to call the student ID of enrollment, you said E the student ID. Now, to call the student ID of student, what
Uh,
will it be?
of student ID. No, it's not student ID. On
Yeah, but
course, course ID.
huh?
They have student ID in common, right? Uh,
Yeah, they ha
mhm.
they have student ID in common. After the on, how did you call the student ID of enrollment? After the on, look
After
at
the,
what you wrote.
yeah, right here. E
Yes,
dot
E the
student.
student ID. So now for student, how will you call it?
C. Hmm, for students.
Read the whole query you're writing. Select S, first name, C, course name. From enrollment, E, inner joint, student, S, on E dot student ID equal,
From enrollment. A in a joint student S on E student ID equals.
you want the student ID from student.
Oh my goodness.
S, student ID.
So the same thing from student ID.
Yeah, you want the student ID of,
Think I'm overthinking about this.
yeah, you're overthinking, it's just simple, it's just analogy. S,
Excuse.
the student ID, S.
Yeah, I'm way overthinking, I think. S dot student ID. Student ID. Right here.
Yes,
Uh,
that's simple. It's just simple analogy. And now you want to do another inner join. So after the comma,
uh-huh.
you want to link enrollment
Uh-huh.
and course, right?
Enrollment and cost. That's right.
Yes. So you said already from enrollment inner join student, and after the comma, it will be inner join
Uh-huh. Join.
courses. Yeah,
Mhm.
courses C on.
Uh,
Okay, now we want to join enrollment and courses. You have to
Enroll,
look what column do they have in common? Enrollment and courses.
enrollment and courses.
You already have enrollment. You have to look for courses. Where is it?
DBO students.
Here you have student. You can click on the minus to, okay. So it's not here, so it must be upside.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
you have courses.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Enrollment ID, ID, course ID, both of them. They have
yeah,
both.
they both have course ID. So you will join them on course ID. So it will be
Uh-huh.
on, it's the same logic we did for student ID.
Oh, okay. E on E dot course, uh-huh, course ID on COU,
Yeah, E dot course ID.
uh-huh, dot E dot course ID
Now,
equals
yes.
S course ID.
Not S. We're joining enrollment and course. We are joining enrollment and course.
Enrollment in course. So that's D. That's C course ID.
Yes,
C dot course ID. Dot.
course ID. Yes. Also,
But
uh, uh, can you remove the comma after student ID?
right here. Okay.
Yes, yes, that's it.
Okay.
Now put semicolon and execute. Let's see what will be.
There we go.
Here we go. So we have Alice, which is in mathematics class. Alice is also in physics class. Bob is in mathematics class as well.
Mhm.
Clara is in history class, and Eva is in English class.
Okay.
Okay? So that's we get the information from two different data by um joining them. And here we did a inner join
Mhm.
between three different tables. The table student, which has the student name, the table course, which has the course name, and the table enrollment, which is the intermediate table between students and courses.
Mhm.
Okay? Here, what is more important is the thought process behind how to write those queries. And for the thought process, that's why I wanted us to analyze the question first. You analyze the
That's right.
question tells you list the first name of student. So with that part, you know that you will have to look for first name in the table student. So when you type select, you know that in
Mhm.
the front you will have student,
Mhm.
and the other part of the question say the name of the courses.
Mhm.
So you know that you will have to look for course name, and course name is in the course table,
Mhm.
right? So in
Yeah.
the from you type student with the alias S, course with the alias C,
Mhm.
okay? And after you have the hint, use an inner join between student enrollment and courses. So you know that you will have the table student S, enrollment E, and courses C, right?
Mhm.
And now you do the inner join as the hint told you to do. And now back in the select, you know that the column name you will look for will have the aliases according to the table in which they are. First name is in the table student, so the alias is S dot first name. Course name is in the table courses, so the alias is C dot course name. And after all, for the inner joint, you enrollment E inner joint student S on E dot student ID equals S dot student ID is the column they have in common. And after inner join courses C on E dot course ID equals C dot course ID. So what you will do is you will try to do the rest of the question at home, and um during the week I will send you a small assignment as well for you to try to think about it and work on it. And if you don't you are stuck somewhere, you can text me, or you can even search on Google or text me if you want some explanation.
Yeah. I have a quick question before.
Yes,
Because I was looking at the when I was doing it, I was trying to look at the example of the syntax that you gave us. So
yes.
what was confusing me a little bit was when you put the select S first name, I get that part, and the C course name from enrollment, right? So when I
Yes.
was looking at the example, when I get to the inner join, that was a little bit, it threw me off a little bit because you told us like E is an alias, I get that part. But when the question was asking for the inner join, I was kind of like, wait a minute, according to the, not the syntax, but the example that is next to the syntax, there was no like, it was just a join. So I was caught fraud.
Oh,
I was caught
oh,
fraud.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's an
Kind
error
of
from
like,
I forgot to add the inner. So
yeah.
it's inner join.
Oh, okay, okay. So I was kind of like, when you're moving forward, I was still stuck there, trying to reason and think about it. And but yeah, thank you for that. That helps a lot, being able to understand the question.
Yeah, it's always like this. Try to analyze the question and
Mhm.
you would get the information you need to work with from the question if you analyze it well.
Thank you. That was so helpful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And you see, it's by doing it that you will understand it. When I explained it in the class, it was a bit abstract, but by doing it, it will come little by little. So I think my time here is done. Mr. Francis, excuse me, I took 4 minutes from your time.
No problem, no problem.
So, okay, class, try to work on the rest of it. It's, I think, four more questions. Try to work on the rest of it. And if you have a question, just hit me up.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Francis, the floor is yours.
All right. Morning class. Do we want to take a 10-minute break before continuing, or are you
Yes,
gonna
please.
carry on?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's reconvene at 11:15 then.
Okay. Thank you.
Just before leave, Mr. Just please don't forget to save the query so that you don't lose it.
Okay. Control S, right?
Yeah, Control S, and then it will be saved in the file that you have on your desktop.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Control S.
Okay, goodbye. Have a good day.